Hey guys, Mr. Graves here. I'm going to be doing a video about representing linear non-proportions. Um, this was be the start of the Unit 4 videos, and it's actually going to be a lot, actually. I have to do like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So it's going to be a little bit longer, but I think this will still help you guys be able to do a lot of the assignments on Unit 4. So I am going to be working on these problems. Make sure I have it all right. Okay, good. So for this one here, we have 4x plus 3. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete the table by replacing the x numbers, right? So for this first y, 214,270. I'm going to replace the x with -2, so it's going to be 4 times -2 plus 3. So that'd be -8 plus 3, which is -5. So this would be -5 over here. Then when I do the same for the -1, I'm going to do 4 times -1 plus 3, right? Replacing the x here with -1. So it's going to be -4 plus 3, which is going to be a -1. As you can see right away, I'm going to save myself some time because it looks like the y's are going down by 4. But let me just go ahead and do the rest of it just to do my hypothesis. So 4 times 0 plus 3 will be 0 plus 3, which is going to be 3. So here from 3, I can just add 4, which will be 7, and add 4 again, which makes this 11. See that? So I've just completed that first table, right? So I'm going to do some erasing because unfortunately, I need the space to do number 2. So number 2, I'm going to replace the x with -8. So y is going to equal 1/4 times -8 minus 2. Y is then going to equal 1/4 of -8 is going to be -2 because -8 times 1 is 8 divided by 4 is -2. Minus 2 means that my y number is going to be a -4. So now when I do the same here, I'm going to have 1/4. A girlfriend's texting me. I'll text her later. -4 minus 2. So the y would be a -1 minus 2 would be -3. Then when I do 1/4 of 0 minus 2, 0 minus 2 is indeed -2. So I can surmise that my y numbers are going down by 1. So if that's the case, this would be -1 and this would be 0, but I still need to check my work, right? So I'm going to do 1/4 times 4 minus 2. 1/4 of 4 is just 1, and 1 minus 2 is -1. Yay, I was right. Then we'll do 1/4 of 8 minus 2. So that's going to be 2 minus 2, which is 0. So I was right. So that's how I do those ones, okay? So as you can see, it's going down by 1 all the way through, right? Going down by 1. Now, I'm going to do some erasing because I need the space now to do number 3 and number 4. So I get on my eraser here, erase this here. Gonna need a space on this side, so I erase all these I did in red. Oh, come on. Doing this stupid thing on my Zoom. Okay, clean this all out. There we go. I'm going to do this one here in purple. So for the y here, I have y equals -0.5x plus 1. So I'm going to replace the x first with -4. So y is going to equal -0.5 of 4, -4 to be exact, plus 1. I know half of -4 is -2. And -2 plus 1 is y is equal to -1. So I put that down here. Then for the -2, I do the same thing, but this time I'm going to replace the x with -2. So y would equal half of -1 of -2, which is -1, plus 1 is 0. Then when we do y, we get y equals, is that negative? Oh no, it's -1/2. Oh my gosh. It's a +2. So this is supposed to be a 3. Oh my gosh, I need to go back and fix those.
Darren Alexander.
Yeah, I just can't. I just can't. I have all these phone calls coming in. I frankly think it's insane. It's 300 kids, and there's so much I can do for every single person. This is +1 plus 1, so there's going to be 2. 2 here. So here I have negative 0.5x. That's going to be 0 plus 1. So anything times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1. So it looks like it's going down by 1. So then this should be 0, and then this should be a 1, a -1. But I have to do my math, right? I can't just assume stuff. So y would equal here negative 0.5 times 2 plus 1. So that would be -1 plus 1 is 0. Yep, that's true. Then for the last one, I'm going to do y is equal to negative 0.5 times 4 minus plus 1, sorry, plus 1. There we go. So y would equal -2 plus 1. So y would equal -1. Yep. So as you can see, once you get the first 3 numbers, the rest of it is easy to complete, right? Easy to complete. I'll do all of this on this side because this is actually going to be a 2-page worksheet I have to complete. But hopefully you're seeing the point that all I'm doing to fill in the tables when they give me a function is to substitute the x values, and I have my answers. So let me see here. I go over here. I'll do this in green. So I have y equals 3x plus 5. I'm going to replace the x with -2. Sorry. So y would equal 3 times -2 plus 5. So y would equal -6 plus 5, which is going to be a -1. There we go. Then when I do the next one, I do y is equal to 3 times -1. Remember, I replaced x with -1. This is the x I'm replacing right here, right? With the x they gave me, plus 5. So y would be -3 plus 5, which is indeed going to be a +2. Then I'm going to do the next one, 3 times 0 plus 5. Anything times 0 is going to be 0, and 0 plus 5 is 5. So it looks like it's going up by 3, right? So then this should be 8, and this should be 11. But again, I cannot just assume. Check my work. Oops. So here, y equals 3 times 1 plus 5. So y equals 3 plus 5, which is 8. And the last one, y equals 3 times 2 plus 5. So y would be 6 plus 5, which is 11. So just like that, I've done that table, okay? And I'm good. Now, on this other part here, you have to make a table and graph the solutions. So I'm going to switch over to the second page of this worksheet. There we go. So now, as you can see, unfortunately, I didn't cut it off when I took a screenshot of it. So you saw number 5. But we can still fix this up. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find out what is the y values when the x is at -2. So should be able to do this here. Whatever. So y here is going to be 2 times -2 plus 1. So y should equal -4 plus 1, which is -3. Right, -3. Then I'm going to do the other one. Y equals 2 times -1 plus 1. So y would be -2 plus 1, which is -1. Then I'm going to do the 0 part. So when y equals 2 times 0 Then I'm replacing the x with 0. Plus 1, so y equals 0 plus 1, which is 1. And then y equals 2 times 1 plus 1. So y would equal 2 plus 1, which is 3, right? And then the last one I can do on this, yeah, I can do on the bottom here, I don't have space. So y equals 2 times 2 plus 1. Sorry for the bad music in the background. So y would equal 5. Now I'm going to graph these, right? So when x is -2, y should be -3. So this is my first dot there. Then -1, -1 should be right there. 0, 1 is up here. 1, 3 is up here. And 2, 5 is all the way up there. I just connect the dots. And I'm done. So that's how I graph. Okay, I plotted, I replaced the x numbers here. I got the y numbers, and once I got the y numbers, I have basically ordered pairs, right? Of -2, -3 to plot, -1, -1. When I say ordered pairs, I mean in the form of x and y, right? 0, 1, 1, 3, and 2, 5. Okay, so hopefully all that made perfect sense. Let me go ahead and try to plot number 6, do number 6. So I need to erase all of this work. Oh my God. Okay, that's why y'all, if y'all ever get confusion, just rewind the video, right? And then from there, you can just get yourself caught up pretty easily. So, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to do the next one. Get my colors going here. Let me do this one in brown. It's fine, brown. So I'm going to replace the x here, which is this number. So the first one, I'm going to have y is equal to -1/2 of -4 minus 3. So y would be +2, right? Because half of 4 is 2. So negative make it positive. And -2 minus 3 means your y is equal to -1. And y here is equal to -1/2 times -2 minus 3. Y equals 1 minus 3, which is -2. So if my hypothesis is right, these are all going up by 1. So I go down by 1, down by 1. So it's going to be -3, this should be -4, and this should be -5. But I'm going to do all of them anyways, just to make sure. -1/2 times 0 minus 3 means y is equal to 0 minus 3, which is -3. Then y equals -1/2 of 2 minus 3. So y should equal -1 minus 3, which is -4. And then the final one I'm going to do on the little bit on the side here. Y equals -1/2 times 4 minus 3. So y would equal -1 minus 3, which is -4. There we go. So I have oh, sorry. Whoa. 1/2 of 4 is not 1, it's 2. What the heck? Man, those silly math mistakes catch anyone. There we go, 5. Now I can plot these, right? So -4, -1 is right here. Then -2, -2 is down here. Then 0, -3 is down here. Then 2, -4 is down here. Oops, I made a mistake. What mistake did I make? Ah, yes, I didn't put it in the right spot. There we go. And then 4, -5 is down here. Can I just go ahead and connect the dots to the best of my abilities? There we go. So I have my graph. Okay. And that is how we do it. I'm not going to bother with these last two sections. With these last two, it's talking about is there a linear relationship. We're not. I'm not worried about these right now. I just want you all to see in the video how when they give me a function, I'm able to take the x, which is the input, plug in the x value, get the y value, and then graph them based on the table. Hope this video helped you guys, and I'll see you guys in class. Remember, I have tutorials Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, and also you can also text me on Google Voice to set up after school tutorials as well. Okay.